ghetto. Run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love right. That's why I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down, war, fight. Fight down. We say Rastafari. War and cry. And do the righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love people. Put time away, put time away. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace, but we are penalized. Hey, oh, night. We gonna pass down Babylon gates. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down, war and cry. Fight down, war and cry. Rastafari, war and cry. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love more. And we love Jah. Jah. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love more. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink.
Good evening, globalists. Good evening and welcome. Tonight will be quite much a short show. How are you all doing? How has your day been? Good evening and welcome, everyone, to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good night, and welcome. We're going to talk about a subject tonight I don't even understand, but I'll bring some information for you. It's about the new changes of the global banking system, which does include the central bank digital currency and hasten on the cashless society. And we can literally see moves from the Prime Minister with regards to the whole cashless thing, as to switching from giving out the aid that came for the people, then you're going to give them a cashless amount to go and purchase whatever relief the government is giving in food. But imagine though, after lending JPS $150 million US, same amount we got for the cat bond, JPS is telling us that our November bill, there is a 7% rise. Yes, JPS says there will be a 7% rise in your electricity bill, whether you get electricity or not. What can go so? And Trinidad is saying, if a war, America can use us, said Trinidad. Yes, England is people over here are having their digital ID protest. Protests over here, organized protests over here normally happen on a Saturday. Normally tackle the government on a weekend. Debbie Jarvis TV, how are you? Good evening, Sharon. Charlotte rather, Graham. Abinasa Cody, Winifred Saunders, Lynette Jenkins, good evening. Colleen, good evening. Good evening and welcome. But on this subject, I can't explain it to you. So I am bringing some explanation to you because we have to understand where things are going and the moves that our governments are making. This would sort of how the official explanation would sound. There it is. This is how the official, bear with, I have done something terrible here. Bear with, right. The official explanation would sound something like this. Listen careful to the official explanation.
What exactly is ISO 20022? Well, it's a new global standard for financial messaging that is making waves in the industry. Basically, it helps financial institutions securely and efficiently exchange information with each other. It was created by the International Organization for Standardization, or ISO, an independent, non governmental international group that sets international standards for things like quality and security management. If you ever sent a wire transfer, you may have heard of another messaging standard called SWIFT. It's similar to 20022, but there are some key differences between the two, like the data format, level of detail, and security features. Swift uses its own format, while 20022 uses XML, which is more flexible and easier to integrate. Some central banks and financial regulators have already required the use of ISO 20022 for specific systems and applications. For example, the European Payments Council has set a deadline for 2025 for all SEPA payments to use 20022, while the Federal Reserve in the US is encouraging financial institutions to adopt it by 2023. So, what does this mean for digital currencies? ISO 20022 has the potential to play a key role in the development and implementations of CBDCs, as it provides a flexible and standardized framework for financial messaging that ensures consistency and interoperability between systems. Adopting ISO 20022 could increase the use of cryptocurrencies that are compliant with it. Two cryptocurrencies that are members of the ISO 20022 standards body are Ripple's XRP and Stellar Lumens. Recognizing the value of ISO 20022 messaging and its potential to transform the financial industry, Stronghold has utilized this technology in conjunction with blockchain ledger payments in select projects. Messaging standards are crucial for enabling the efficient and secure exchange of financial information between different systems and technologies. They play a critical role in improving the overall performance and reliability of the financial.
Right. Before we go forward, let's go back to Kevin Smith. Let's go back to Kevin Smith before we go forward. Oh, why is this thing crashing? Bear with me, my peeps. You bear with me. Because Andrew Holness, Andrew Holness, I use Melissa to push in agenda. You hear me? Andrew Holness is using Melissa to push his agenda. And the people of Jamaica ought not to be sleepwalk into an open prison without them government even having the conversation with them, because your government know, young DT Wagwan, your government know that it will rise up and wake up and want to do something about the global imprisonment where the all of them are ushered away into.
No more cash. Cash will crash.
You have something now called artificial intelligence. Very soon, this position of a human being exchanging cash and so on, that is going to disappear from the banking system very soon. And you are going to have to interface with machines. I don't want it to be a scary thought, but it is a thought that we all have to embrace.
You see all those people who are working at the airport now that think people need them, you will be replaced. There will be no need for you to be there.
Income customer, please return this your passenger declaration at enterjamaica.com for immigration and customs.
I know this is really intense. You did not follow the signs, and therefore you missed the 7 year of prosperity. When the government of Jamaica told you of prosperity, 4 years, it was true, but now that time of prosperity comes to an end in September the 22nd, and the time of famine and hardship like this world has never known or seen before in the history of humankind. This is what's happening. When people start to see the dead bodies that are piling up, they're going to start to retaliate, and they have now the lockdown is put in place, so you're locked into an area and you cannot leave that area.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF is exploring the potential of humanoid robots to assist with administrative tasks. Liz, a robot donated to the University of Technology, Jamaica, has been programmed and tested for various applications. The idea is to have Liz handle mundane tasks such as document certification, freeing up police officers for other duties. Liz has facial recognition capabilities and can be programmed for different functions. The JCF sees the use of robots as part of its vision for modern, custom-oriented police stations.
So this little this game that you think you're playing, that you'll be able to go in downtown or you go up to Kingston as you have a feel, it is not going to happen. They're going to ban you from traveling and moving and everything else until they have taken away all your liberties. If you don't wake up right now and imagine now, there's no more JPS and no more NWC. And in order for you to get water and food, you have to go and show the mark. They're going to be controlling the water supply and the light. Are you hearing me?
I'm happy to report that in the upcoming financial year, the government will make available 10,000 polyethylene water tanks to needs-assessed households across Jamaica, starting with a focus on the areas most affected by the drought.
Kingston would reach climate departure when its coolest year's average temperature surpasses the average temperature of its hottest year between 1960 and 2005. Johnson Smith emphasized the urgency of staying within the Paris Agreement target of 1.5 degrees Celsius and highlighted Kingston's potential status as the second city worldwide to face this phenomenon.
Households on path, households recommended by MPs and assessed by the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation will qualify for the tanks according to the rules of the program. All the tanks issued will be placed on our national GIS database. This will be a 5-year program with the objective that every water vulnerable household must have storage and rainwater capabilities to withstand drought and water service disruption. Drought
and water service disruption.
So, Madam Speaker,
those of you sitting down saying you will wait and see. May I tell you, say you will see it with your eye, but you shall not eat thereafter. You will, at the time then you think you will see to eat of it, you will die. You will die. You will die. You will die.
Right. Andrew is pushing very fast, if you don't know. He's using Melissa to implement his cashless society. He's also using Melissa to create his smart city. The issue for me, though, is there is no conversation. Jamaicans, we all need to start asking the Prime Minister, not about Vision 2030, but the 2030 agenda, which we can provide UN document to the Prime Minister to show us that it's the same thing. It's just his way of naming it to mass from the Jamaica people the reality of the open prison where the Prime Minister usher we into slowly without even having the conversation, without even the people understanding the implications of all of this thing with allness, all of this international thing with allness get up and a join with so allness gone in a US and Venezuela war. Come here, America. America, Evelyn. Evelyn to what was once America. You know? You America who used to describe the smaller pirates as pirates and hijackers. I mean, America, look at you. You have been reduced. You're hijacking oil ship on the high seas and stealing third world countries oil. America, how could you? How could you have fallen from grace like that, America, to become pirate of the high seas, hijacking oil tankers? America, look at you. Hmm? You broke poor thing. Look at you. You have become a smally pirate because are you always a walk and say, smally pirate this, smally pirate that. Look at you, America. America, look where you turn out in a smally pirate. The punch sea, a hijack oil ship and a steel aisle. But because we know you always like going to people country, drop your bomb, then you connect your hose to the oil pipe and you just suck out the oil. So America, you don't have the power to connect people, your hose to people oil pipe anymore. So you walk and hijack oil ship and see America. Like seriously. This is what America come to. Oh, Donald Trump, you're doing great of pulling America down. Because America must come down. America walk and tell lies to them built on God and take the whole world and mess it up. But here come a devil and a demon called Donald Trump, really doing a decent job of pulling down God's country, as they call it. Now, let's get back to the new financial and banking system.
So you may have gone on your online banking app and they would have sent you a message. So you may have gone on your online banking app and they would have sent you a message saying that their system have upgrade to ISO 2022 here in Jamaica. So the banks in Jamaica under the BOJ, the Bank of Jamaica, have upgraded their banking system from the Swift MT system to the ISO 20022 system, right? So a lot of you don't even pay this no mind or try to understand what it is. But this is not just only in Jamaica. This is a system that every single bank across the nations of the world will have to go under the ISO 20022 compliant system. There are even cryptocurrencies that is under the ISO 22 system. And I'm going to share why this is important. Now, with the ISO 2022, it says in this article, banks need ISO 20022 for richer data. For richer meaning say the data is stronger, better data, right? So within every transaction, they gather better data from these transactions, improve efficiency, stronger compliance, AML fraud, that's in bracket, better customer service, and global interoperability via common XML standard. And I'm going to share with you what is the XML standard in a minute. Replacing all the system like Swift MT system. I just told you about that to enable automation and innovation, right? So the ISO 2022 can enable automation, meaning that the system can run automatically, and it opened the doors for innovation. In other words, as we are seeing a change within the what is money is being redefined, and we are going into a more digitalization of money, so there will be no paper money in time to come. And this system has the ability to facilitate the digitalization of finances, right? And it also, that will also make the system work even more efficiently than it is today. What that means is that they have a better control over the system. They are gathering better data from transaction from people, so they are the system is more transparent to them. And this is how the system of the beast will come in, that says that if we don't have the mark of the beast, we'll not be able to buy or sell. So this is lining up with biblical messages or revelation that have been given. So as we are seeing this system becoming globalized, the banks across the world, they have to, and there is a deadline for every bank to be ISO 2022 by next year, 2026. So it has already started, and it is right here in Jamaica. And I want to say to my fellow brothers and sisters in Jamaica, open your eyes. I tell you to be wise. I tell you to be vigilant. See beyond what you see, hear beyond what you hear. And the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ is near, and we are pressing into some serious end time events. Be blessed, be safe. So XML is basically, let me tell you what XML is. I said I'm going to say it. So I want to share what XML is, just to read it. XML stand for extensible makeup language. So there's this kind of language that the bank use. Is a makeup language and a file format for encoding data in a structured, human reliable and machine reliable way. So it's reliable, both human and machine, right? So they're not leaving out machine, using custom tags to define elements, unlike HTML predefined in tags, right? Primarily purpose to store, transmit, and reconstruct data, making it crucial tool for data exchange and configuration between different system and application, because it's platform independent and self-descriptive. My God. So it is independent and self-descriptive. Don't need nobody. So I want to say to everyone out there that we are in crucial time. This is happening in Jamaica. I never said the US, I said in Jamaica. So some crazy things is happening. Be blessed, be safe. Let's go.
Now, let's look at the moment that we are in to show you how dangerous this is and would be for us if we allow it to be enforced upon us. We live within a hurricane belt. Wherever so often we get a hurricane, 2 years in a row now, we got two terrible hit. The last one disastrously. infrastructural damage, such as our power grid and our cell sites and all of that, get severely damaged in sector of the country. Imagine us being a digital society, so-called, or a cashless society in this instant of Melissa. Given even now in St. Elizabeth and Parity, even if you have money, how it hard to buy food as the way how things is, probably one supermarket up in a Black River, SNC, one of them must go up in, another one must go up in some part of the day. Imagine that we are in a cashless society. We pay for things digitally using our phone or all that jazz. And we have a hurricane as we had recently. And we have a devastation of our power service or power grid and our cell site infrastructure. Do you understand that you are at the complete mercy of a government who don't even want to see the international charities assist you because it puts him in a bad light? Do you understand if we harbor that thing? Do you understand that we are putting ourselves back into slavery if we harbor this thing? Can you imagine us go cashless and a hurricane, the type of Melissa or Beryl, will knock out power over various community for weeks? Do you understand that you're at the mercy of the government little bagatai? Do you understand that? If you don't have the access to use raw cash, to use the hard copy cash, the tangible cash, not the virtual one. Jamaica, if we sit down and be sleepwalk into this open prison, future generations will blame us for walking back into slavery. So we can no longer go right. Say a white people take we in a slavery. No. This time we walk in there comfortably with our eyes wide shut. With our eyes wide shut, we walk right back in there. Let us continue with further explanation on this whole new banking system that will more than likely usher us into the digital society, which ties up with the 2030 agenda and a lot of the ungodly smart city galangin. This was why the Prime Minister pushing smart city. The kind of smart city you can't use cash, you use social credit. Social credit where it's based on your behavior, based on what all of me hungry I go kill me because it's based on what you say on social media can clip your social credit. So all of me have to go start name leaf. Try turn cow. You see that how bad you see the whole of them are live? The whole of them are work together upon these agenda. You see all you see China, America at war, yeah? China is one who is leading on the smart city. China have quite a few of them already. I think Shanghai and other cities, but China have about 3 smart city already. China is the one who really understand how to structure these smart city. So even though you see, or you have like Sharon, that's good. Even though you see, they have their war against them one another. When it comes to working against us, they all work in tandem and in partnership. So don't watch when you see them have them personal squabble. The whole of them have a United Nation agenda where the whole of them sit down and plot against you, because what you all need to understand, it's about control of the masses. These people really don't care about us. That's why they only view us as numbers and statistics. It's all about control. And these powerful elitists, whatever mechanism they can use to keep us controlled or keep us asleep, they will do so in order to maintain control over us. If it means digital society, if it means a cashless society, if it means removing the current freedoms we have and replace them, all of these things are unfolding in front of our eyes. Europe and Britain have passed all of these laws banning financial freedoms. I mean, these people are moving with God Almighty holy wind. They realize we've gone back to sleep because people did wake up during the COVID era and keep them hype on them. But it looked like people gone back to sleep because what we were talking about during COVID, like the digital push and all of that, they're doing it brawling now. They used to call us conspiracy theorists then when we say that was the reason for that lockdown and all of that. They say we were conspiracy theorists. But that's the big push now by many governments. These digital ID, these smart cities, these digital currents. But when we talk and say we're mad, let's continue. Listen.
So what's up, TikTok? So I just had to take a minute to make a quick video about some of these comments I'm getting. So I put a video of me asking Alexa whether or not we are going to be using the quantum financial system. You can look on my page. You can see the couple videos that I made asking Alexa. Not only have I made those videos asking Alexa, but I have put so much proof on my TikTok. I mean, there's so much proof that our financial system is changing. The fact that they have central bank digital currencies. Why would they have them if they don't plan on using them, people? I don't think you have to be a rocket scientist to see what's going on, or you just don't want it to happen. So therefore you just feel like if you deny it, then it's not going to happen. But who are you and what are you in control of? I'll wait. But there's so much proof. Okay, let's go through it real quick. The fact that there is CBDCs, central bank digital currency. The fact that China and Russia started their own currency and they went and bought oil with this new currency, gold-backed currency. Up until that happened, you could not buy oil with anything but $1, okay? That's why we held on to the world reserve currency status for this long. Our dollar has been gone. They've been doing quantitative easing, which is printing money and breaking all kinds of rules.
And they call it quantitative easing. It's literally money laundering, though. They dress it up with a nice financial word. quantitative easing. Quantitative easing, it's literally money laundering at a high scale.
When it comes to money, just because we've been holding the world reserve currency status, which makes it to where you're able to print money and do these kind of things, but they are bad for the world's economy. That is why the world is upset with us about these things, okay? That is why 70% of the population is joining the BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Mexico just asked to join the BRICS, and every other country that you could think of that's not in NATO. They're all joining the BRICS. Why? Because they are de-dollarizing. The last person that spoke out against our currency or made their own currency was Omar Gaddafi, okay? Look into that once. Look at what they did to Omar Gaddafi for making his own currency and telling people not to use the United States or accept the United States dollar anymore because it was monopoly money and it was not backed by anything. Look at what happened to him. So it's a pretty big deal what happened, okay? Not only that, but if you look into it, the company BlackRock, okay, they own everything that you could possibly think of. Look into it. BlackRock just got a huge loan from Silvergate, and they're using that loan to buy Bitcoin. You can look into this. This is a fact. So as they're putting it on the news about the FTX scandal, which let's just clear it up real quick. What happened? FTX scandal. They were acting like they were taking donations for Ukraine. Those donations were coming back to the Democratic Party in the form of FTX cryptocurrency. $60 billion scam. Ripped people off.
Right. As he said this, do you understand the problem Zelensky is in at the moment? I told you this. Disaster zone is a place for money laundering, investors, and sexual predators. You see, even Zelensky, where run up and down and collect the money, even the dead Biden, you know how much American taxpayers, tax money, these people rob up and laundered in a they say them a fight so-called war. When you hear them issue out billions and gazillions for war, them talk it in a mouth, and when them send the money to Zelensky, Zelensky send it back in a crypto or whatever to them. Zelensky have all sort of ship, yacht, whatever, in wife shop here, there. It's beer money land. Anytime you see a war and a disaster go on, it's just the money, oh. It's a game. You all don't understand. It's a game.
Biden and the Democrats, red-handed. But they don't get in any trouble at all. But they give Trump a 37-count indictment for giving some chick some money. How does that even make sense? It doesn't. And not to mention, folks, you should want the dollar to crash, because if they don't reset this system, we are fucked. Literally fucked. So as you guys are sitting here debating whether or not cash is going to be here or it's not, or if we're going digital, if you don't know, then why do you even speak on it? Because I study this shit, and this is real. What is happening is real as fuck. I'm telling you, you can protect yourself by getting silver, gold, or some specific types of digital currency will protect you from what's going on right now. But if you have a bunch of cash stored somewhere and this happens, you're losing that money. In World War II, they would burn the money in the streets to stay warm. Okay. I just don't understand how people are still arguing whether or not this has really happened or not. Our whole entire lives, we have been hearing about a one world currency, a one world government. It is happening, folks. They are making this happen right now. And why is it happening? I think a lot of it has to do with the population. Our population is at 8 billion. If you look into it, there are some elite people that believe you must keep the population less than 8 billion. Look into that. They openly say this, okay? Why? Because they can't control any more than that, okay? So, yeah, and this is the thing. CBDCs are coming, okay? But that doesn't mean I think it's a good thing. No, it's not. It's actually a bad thing for us. They're going to be able to see every single move that you make. This digital currency is not in our best interest. But that does not mean that it's not going to happen. Just because I don't like it, this is way bigger than us, and this has been put in place a long time ago. So be smart enough to make some money off the situation. It doesn't mean you have to like it, but you can definitely make some money off of this if you just be open-minded and just use your brain. And let me say this last thing, folks, if you are watching the news, you have no clue at all what is going on. The only thing that you know is the news just said that people lost $60 billion in cryptocurrency. Why do you think they put it on there? Because right now, the only way you can save your ass for what's coming is to get yourself some silver, gold, or digital currency to protect yourself, okay? And if you don't, what is taking place will completely wipe out the middle class. Dead ass. So it just blows my mind that they're not talking about this stuff on the news like they should be. They're not trying to give people advice for how to handle this situation. And this is for sure happening. For sure. And by the way, right after China went and made that deal with Iran or Saudi Arabia, they made a deal to buy oil. And then after that, Saudi Arabia said that they are open to taking all kinds of currencies, which is a huge deal. I'm telling you, the United States is pissed. They killed Omar Gaddafi for the same thing. Look into that, folks. Listen, you guys got to start researching, looking for the information. It's not just going to show up on the news. I promise you. That news is used to make you think about a specific thing or make people's opinion lean this way, or it's used as a distraction to make you look at this while I'm doing this. And that's what it's about, folks. Start thinking for yourself. And if you don't, you deserve everything that you got coming, because by now, so many of us know everything that we've been taught is basically a lie. We're being poisoned in our food. I mean, when do we say enough is enough?
This is where we will leave it tonight, because we want to keep this particular information and its very own self. Unite, says Marcus Garvey, or you will perish. Unite or you will perish. When you notice that when a good information, nobody not come over here because people want to hear the mix up and the kete and the kete and the kete drum and all of that. But me tell you, we are walking into prison. Know which block you're going to. Because you might just end up at the block with the pedophile and the rapist. Know which block you're heading to in this prison that we're being ushered into. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Join us back tomorrow morning for your At a Glance program. And please, for me, do share this live. This is important and critical information that we have to engage with, that we ought to know about and be aware of. This is not information that government or media will tell you. It is for us to look after our one another. Alrighty, thank you very much. Join us back tomorrow morning for your At a Glance program. Thank you very much. Good night from Global TV. Oh no, man, you're late. Unless I don't know what to do.
Too long in our little ghetto. Run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. Justify and I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gotta pass down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down, war cry. Fight down. He said Rastafari. War and cry. And do the righteousness. And we love God. And we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. Rastafari. And we love Jaja. We love Jaja. We love Jaja. Rastafari. We love all people. Put time away, put time away, and listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I and I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna pass down Babylon gates. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for Rastafari. Fight down, war and cry. Fight down, war and cry. Rastafari, war and cry. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Rastafari. We love more. And we love Jah. Me love Jah. Me love Jah. Rastafari. We love more. Me love Jah. Rastafari.